Firefighters fully extinguish one Panhandle wildfire and make great progress on another. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Vista Trend Fire was declared officially out as of 5 p.m. yesterday. That's according to an update provided by the Region 22 Emergency Manager to the Scottsbluff County Commissioners. Tim Newman gave the board the final wrap-up of the nearly 3,000-acre blaze, saying it was just one of several in one of the busiest wildland fire seasons in the Panhandle.
We had a total number of 17 fire departments on that, including 7 of those departments, I believe, came from Wyoming. 39 apparatus, estimated 80 to 100 personnel. We had aerial assets. We have 1 single engine air tanker and 2 UH-60 Black Hawk helicopters with 600-gallon buckets each.
Newman said it was yet another massive firefighting response from throughout the region. Other than some damage to power transmission towers, wooden fence posts, and a couple of fire engines with a blown tire and a dent or two, there was no damage to report to structures, no injuries among the public or firefighters, and no loss of livestock. And in Dawes County, Mother Nature has cooperated in helping crews contain the post fire south of Crawford. As of this morning, the fire was estimated to be approximately 5,500 acres in size with 60% containment. The response has been turned over to the Pine Ridge Ranger District and the Crawford Fire Department. Tyler Hunter with the Pine Ridge District provided this update last night.
The fire, with the current weather conditions, the fire conditions have improved significantly. So we have downsized resources and we do not need any more people to assist with this fire. And currently we have 12 engines from the state of Kansas and 3 hand crews from various places that are going to assist us tomorrow with suppression. All of the aircraft have been released at this time, so we have no more aircraft on fire. And the edges, the perimeter look good on the fire. We will see smoke coming out of there for at least a week, if not weeks. So there will be some concern with the smoke, but most of it should be interior.
Staying in Dawes County now, as authorities have recovered the body of a missing Chadron man yesterday afternoon in the Chadron City Dams. County Coroner Vance Haug says a dive team from Scottsbluff was called up to recover the body of 58-year-old Carl Kuchera. Haug says foul play is not believed to be a factor at this point, and an autopsy and toxicological screening have been ordered. Authorities are also asking the public for assistance. If anyone saw him or his red 2011 GMC pickup out at the city dams in the late night hours of September 19th or early morning hours of September 20th, to contact the Chadron Police Department at 308-432-0510. We'll have more news right after this. Welcome back. A 46-year-old Scottsbluff man who pleaded no contest to charges for using a hidden camera and a cell phone to take candid pictures and video of an adult woman and young girls has been sentenced. Daryl Dean was sentenced to 360 days in jail for convictions of possession of child pornography and intrude on a person without consent. Dean will also have to serve 3 years of probation upon release and register as a sex offender once released. The case came to light after a woman found an intimate video on Dean's phone taken without her permission. The woman told investigators she later found inappropriate pictures of a young girl under 10 years old and a video of a partially clad teen girl in Dean's bathroom. Well, a September 24th preliminary hearing has been set for the 41-year-old man accused of a knife attack in Scottsbluff late Sunday night. Albert Ramirez made his initial appearance Monday morning in Scottsbluff County Court on felony charges of intentional second-degree assault and use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony, with bond set at $75,000. Court records say police were called to the 1600 block of 14th Avenue shortly after 11:30 p.m. Sunday, finding the victim with a single stab wound with a small amount of blood coming from it near the center of his chest. The victim told investigators Ramirez stabbed him with a folding pocket knife, and a witness later told officers Ramirez was upset because someone had pulled a gun on the suspect because of the victim. Ramirez was located early Monday and taken into custody without incident. And driver fatigue is being investigated as a possible cause for a fatal crash north of Lingle early Saturday morning. The Wyoming Highway Patrol says at around 4:15 a.m., troopers were notified of a one-vehicle rollover involving 18-year-old Upton, Wyoming resident Caleb Brenner. Troopers say his GMC Sierra was northbound on US 85, failed to negotiate a curve, exited the roadway's east side, overcorrected, and the vehicle rolled. Brenner was not wearing a seatbelt and succumbed to his injuries at the scene of the crash. Driver fatigue is being investigated as the potential contributing factor to this crash. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your Tuesday evening forecast. You'll have that right after this. And finally tonight, the Scottsbluff City Council had their biannual evaluation of the city manager Monday night, and the first evaluation of Dustin Reef. All in all, the council was pleased with Reef's first 6+ months on the job, but several members said more streamlined communication down the road would be beneficial.
And I've said several times to you that, not only is it important for you to communicate, but it's important for the head, your department heads to learn how to communicate as well.
No matter how difficult things might feel at times here as you're fitting into your new role, we all want the very best for you, and we're rooting for you in the ultimate sense.
I'd like to just see a list of action items and goals that you'd like to achieve in the next 6 months for yourself and for the city, just so we're on the same page as a city council.
Number one, I'm very happy in my choice. We hired you. You're a passionate individual that this town needs.
Following the council members' evaluation, Reef's wife Jacqueline took the podium for about 4 minutes and accused one of the council members of unethical behavior. Afterwards, Reef requested that the council consider giving him a 5% raise based on his contract agreement. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. See you here next time.